Hello everyone, my name is cthulhu Games and welcome back to the channel and to a demo of Dagon by H.P. Lovecraft. This is a visual novel, puzzle solving, click and click game. It's based on, of course, H.P. Lovecraft, my favourite author of all time. I am a huge fan if you don't know about that. So I got an email from the creators, developers, Bit Golem. They did like the Fisherman game. They sent me a email a couple months ago, asked me if I could look it out, check it out. I completely forgot because I had things going on, but then I saw it pop up, so we're here now. We're going to see what this demo is like. Before we begin though, if you're new here, I'd really appreciate you comment, like and subscribe and follow me on all my social medias. Anyways, I'll see you in the game. Thank you for taking the time to check out our demo. The game is at an early stage of development, so please report any problems you encounter on our Steam forums. We also love to hear your feedback, as it will help us improve the final version of Dagon. We are currently working on translation and the VR version. Thank you for your patience. Alright, so let's try this out, shall we?
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain.
We're right into it.
Tonight I shall be no more.
Okay.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret.
Good voice acting.
Into the squalid.
I will admit, I like the voice acting.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weak
Jesus.
or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Alright. Oh, hello. What's this? The full version will feature many interesting facts about, among others, the story on which the game is based, historic settings, and author H.P. Lovecraft. They are scattered around the location, so make sure to look around and try to find them all. The demo feature only a couple of facts. You just found the first one. Trivia piece found. 1 of 5. Morphine used during the Great War. Morphine entered into use in the 19th century and was administered to threat several pains during the American Civil War. World War I also sold within the restriction until 1914. Morphine became more popular after the invention of hypodermic string there around 1854. Greek gods at the time when Dagon was published, more abuse known as soldier disease. Already. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, cool.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider. The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
I like the graphics. Might be updated, even though it's still demo, so.
So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Okay. Dagon was written around a month after the United States entered World War I. Lovecraft was actually interested in its course. He composed many poems in which he gave encouragement to soldiers and commented on their events unfolding in Europe. He tried to enlist in the army, but even though he passed the physical exam, his mother prevented him from going to war. Yeah, his mother was very protective, and very clingy, so it made him very antisocial and he got was a mental illness where he doesn't like other people. She has threatened to go to any length, legal or otherwise, if I do not reveal all the ills which unfit me for the army. I am providing the life and time of H.P. Lovecraft, Josh. They've actually got the detail quite right. I'm quite impressed with that. Oh, hello, I'm moving. Okay.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions.
Not a good idea, but whatever. Don't see any items. Let's go. Oh, I drowned. Oh God.
Found myself adrift
where's the boat?
I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun.
This is still actually.
But I was somewhat south of the equator.
The commentary, well, narration is actually the same as the book Dagon. That's pretty cool.
Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Yeah. What's that? 3 or 5. Dagon was written in July 1917 and first published in 1990 in a vagrant and amateur magazine focused on supernatural. The story was partly inspired by Lovecraft's dream, and in his first of his stories, the introduction of an element from the Cthulhu mythos. Dagon itself, a pagan cult worshipping Dagon, later appears in the shadow over Innsmouth. Yep, one of Lovecraft's most popular stories. Very true. Let's go towards the moon. Why not?
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun,
As you
waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
Okay.
But neither ship nor land
Oh, I'm looking up.
appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
Damn.
The change happened whilst I slept. Its details I shall never know, for my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Ah! The frig is that? Oh, it's a squid? No, octopus. Do I have to? That one's alive.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire,
Hi.
which extended about me in
How you
monotonous
doing?
undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away.
I'll end up over here. It's quite far.
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished. For there was in the air, and in the rotting soil, a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
Oh, it's high moved. Yeah.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish, and of other, less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty...
Yeah, like that over there.
winding plain.
And that.
Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing,
Fish.
and nothing in sight, save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a
That's creepy.
nauseating fear.
Fish is fine. That's not.
The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Don't go right around. No. Ugh. Dagon seemed to be inspired by Fishhead, a short novel by Ivan S. Cobb about unnatural effects between a hybrid idiot and the strange fish of an isolated lake. Supernatural horror in literature. H.P. Lovecraft. Lovecraft's interest in the topic stemmed from his adversity to fish and, his fear of fish and the sea smells. In his own words, I have hated fish and feared the sea, and everything connected with it since I was 2 years old, but I cannot recall what earlier experiences gave me such a profound and lasting aversion to the sea and seafood. The Dweller in the Darkness, Lovecraft, 1927, Doland Wonder. Yeah, the sound.
As I crawled into the stranded boat,
Sit
I
here and
realized that only one theory could explain my position.
You about to die?
Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths. So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I
Quite a
could
big
not
boat.
detect
Oh, I am
the
probably sitting down.
faintest noise of the surging
Aw,
ocean,
sad
straining
fish.
my ears as I
Ugh,
went.
creepy.
Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
Nope. Oh, hello. Volcanic eruptions sometimes results in the creation of an island. Most of them are transcend and erode after some time, but some prove permanent. The floating, puce porous rocks created when super hot, heat pressure rock is that giant in front of a volcano, can move across long distance and transport barnacles and macronis that cling to it. In 2001, a raft of humic created during the eruption of the volcano near Tonga, Polynesia, eventually reached Australia. Jesus, didn't know that. Hey, fish.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in
Is
the
that
boat,
moving?
which lay upon its side and afforded a
What is
slight
that,
shade as
actually?
the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground
Yeah, that
lost
looks really
some
weird.
of its
No, it doesn't.
stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently.
Oh,
for
they've actually got
travelling purposes in a
shadow
short time.
movement. That's pretty cool.
That night I slept but little.
Yeah,
And the
okay.
next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the
It's
vanished
just
sea.
complete
and possible rescue.
Nothing. Just nothing. So, anything around here? Nope, okay.
On the third
Ah!
morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
That's good.
The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Okay. Anything around here? I'm just going to walk through it. Okay. Oh, hello. Alright guys, that's the demo. I'm looking forward to when the game comes out. I love HP Lovecraft and I love how they kept to the story. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, check it out on Steam yourself. It's free to play and give them some feedback. Bye!